Hey, welcome, all my right thinkers. Thanks for tuning in to check out your boy, P Funk. Thinking right out here in the lab. Why do what I do for you? I got something nice for you today, too. You know how we do. I'm back doing what I do for you. Let's go. Rightism, 25 rules to live by. Storytelling, story with a message. There's a message in the story for life. I give life lessons. You tune in, taking them in, using them. I appreciate you. We got a good thing going. Hope it's working out for you. Let's go. Right thinking mission. Yeah, that's what I'm on. Is to enlighten, inspire, educate, and motivate you, the individual, to a higher spiritual level of enlightenment. That's what I do. Right thinking's way of life through mental and spiritual discipline practice daily will help and guide you to obtain your goal of spiritual enlightenment, aka know thyself. My mission is that all right thinkers know thyself. Right thinker, your goal should be to know thyself. See where we're going with this? Let's get there together. I asked the question, do you know you? It's rhetorical. But if you don't have an answer for yourself, tune in. I can help you with that. That's what I do for you. A person who knows not and knows not that they know not is foolish. Disregard them. A person who knows not and knows that they know not is simple, but you can teach them. That's why I do what I do for you. Appreciate you too. Stay tuned. I got more for you. A person who knows not and believe and think that they know is dangerous. Avoid them. I do. A person who knows and knows not that they know is spiritually asleep. I can awaken them. I'm the spiritual alarm clock here to wake you up with knowledge of self. A person who knows and knows that they know is wise. Follow them. All these persons reside in you. Right thinkers know thyself. And to my yacht, be true. Right thinkers, I got a question. Who do you get your knowledge from? I can tell by the views, everybody tuning in to me. So I just asked the question, who do you get your knowledge from? I don't have the answer. Only you do. But if you want the truth, I'm your man. Let's go. So let me ask a few questions. I asked that question. Why? Because as I search the internet, I see a lot of mis or wrong information, aka bad information. And it's okay. Throw it all in there. It's information age. Just give them information. And I ain't got a problem with that. So now, my right thinkers, I want you to use what I teach you, your discernment, Anubis, part of your character, to discern what's good information or bad information, aka good knowledge from bad knowledge. Bad knowledge is that something that's not going to be useful to you. Good knowledge is knowledge that you can actually use and improve you. That's what I give you. That's the difference. So I just question where you get yours from. Now I teach what I know only. Outside of that, I'm what? A student of life. I'm the master of my philosophy, right thinking. But outside of right thinking philosophy, outside that, I'm a student like anybody else. I'm looking and willing to learn. Why? I don't know everything. That's why. But I do know myself. So anything outside that, I'm willing to learn. But the first thing I'm doing is knowing thyself. That's right thinker's main goal. When you got you, all the other stuff, everything will be on to you. Like you said, find the kingdom within yourself and everything else will come to you. If you go out and get everything and don't have the kingdom, we know what happens with that. Everybody knows. So it's the same old, same old. So before you do that, get self knowledge, and then the world is yours. I ain't got a damn thing, but I got knowledge of self, and I'm good with that. Okay, I had a whole bunch of stuff, no knowledge of self. That didn't work for me. So I know the difference. That's why I can talk about it. Why? I know. I ain't talking about what I heard, what I saw in the movie, what I read in that damn book. I'm telling you what I know. That's what makes right thinking. Right thinking. Let's go. You have to first of all trust the people giving you the knowledge. I trust my teachers to do what they did. So I'm taking the information they gave me and putting it to use. Putting it to use. Not believing it, putting it to use. So now I can advocate for it just like they did. That's what I'm trying to explain to you. You need to know who you're dealing with. Why? Because the trusted people you get knowledge from, that they who giving it to you practice what they give you. AK practice what they teach or practice what they preach. Same thing to me. And if you ain't practicing the stuff that you teaching or preaching, I can't deal with you. I don't roll like that. I practice what I teach, and I'm serious about that. And if that's what you in this game and you ain't doing that, I got no respect for you. Simple. I ain't got to respect you. You ain't doing what you claim to do. If you do what you claim, nothing but respect. Simple as that. Moving on. But I'm not going to respect you on title. No. Position. No. Calm down. That's why we learn discernment. If we had a bunch of religious people who understood discernment before they start following that nonsense, they wouldn't be following it. I guarantee you that. But because they're following it, no problem with that. But at least implement discernment. How about that? After that, if you want to continue doing that, that's your choice. That's what I'm saying. Moving on. Discernment is what? Knowing the truth from a lie. You have to have the wherewithal to discern what is true and what is a lie. How good is your discernment? And if you follow a religion, I already know. We ain't got to answer that question. Why? I got my answer. Moving on. When you have self-knowledge, all other knowledge is fine to learn. But again, with self-knowledge, that's all add-on. But if you do it the other way around, ass backwards we call it, and get all that, and then I'm gonna take care of me now. Now I didn't put all work in to get everything. Now I'm gonna do me. You not a right thinker. Moving on. I ain't here to cast aspersion, but think about some of the stuff that you do personally. I got a lesson for you. Self-reflecting is the only way to know thyself. I got a lesson for that. Don't worry. I got you. Anything I try to say to you, I'm going to try to explain to you and put it into a lesson so you'll get the concept. That's it. That's what I do. This is my classroom. If you tune in here, you just come to get a lesson. I hope. That's what I do. I'm giving these lessons. Okay, moving on. Knowledge, again, is transient. Is to be what? Passed on. Shared. 5-6 years ago, I was freaking out because all I did was acquire knowledge. All I did was live what I learned. All I did was that. I was engulfed in that. I'm saying, well, I got to get this on. Why? It's doing me good, but it ain't helping nobody else. So I started teaching. That's why I'm here doing what I do. And I do what I do. It's for you. What? That's what I'm here for. It ain't about me. No, I live off this thing, not on it. No, this is just about, I guess it's my classroom. I'm teaching now. I'm doing my thing. When I get done here, I'm going to start doing what I do for me. Okay? Understand that. And I ain't no star celebrity, so I ain't got time to worry about who. Nope. Just teaching. I got it. Starting in the ghetto. That's my thing. Now, the knowledge. No. When I was in search of the truth over 30 years ago, I acquired whole lot of knowledge of self first. It was all about me. While I was in search of this, all this stuff I'm giving you now, I learned this 10, 20 years ago. I didn't know I was going to be teaching at this point in time. I was just learning it. And like I said, I was living it, so I'm good. I'm shucks. Maybe somebody else may want to, practice this thing you're doing. If it worked for you, maybe somebody else can use it. That's the concept, and that's why I'm here doing what I do for you. So when I was in search, I acquired the knowledge, but the first thing I did was use it, implement it first. Then the knowledge that I learned, I lived by was what? That knowledge was my philosophy, right there on the wall. She taught Netta, the books I studied from, and Smatawi, Egyptian yoga. Those are things those are the name of the things when I was studying it. Once I mastered it, I came up with my philosophy, right thinking philosophy. But I didn't just make it up out of thin air. I took all the stuff that I learned, understand all this. Okay, but now the caveat, I'm making mine by putting my life interjection. That's the difference. So the story is pretty much is from me that got in. True story, simple. All right, let's go. Now, over the last 30 years, I have acquired what I think is a lot of self-knowledge that I mastered. So now, being a master of myself, having knowledge of myself, I got the right to give somebody else. That's what I do. That's where we are right now. And I'm doing just that. So I'm good what I'm doing. And the knowledge that I give daily is self-knowledge. I'm not telling you about my life so you can, oh, he was bad. No, no. I'm using as an example, real life example. That's the part I'm trying to get you to understand. Self-knowledge you can use to what? Improve yourself. If I can help you do something positive and not wrong, that's my job to help you do just that. I ain't here to tell you go back and do nonsense that I did. I'm telling you it's nonsense for a reason. I didn't give my kids that nonsense, so I wouldn't give it to you. So I have what I call and what I know to be ancient Egyptian knowledge. I ain't went to NAG college other than University of Tampa and a little private school, but I'm gonna say all my knowledge came from studying and living my ancient Egyptian concepts. Again, I put them to use. I lived them. I ain't just studied them. I ain't just learned. I walk around. I could spew a whole bunch of Egyptian nonsense. No, no, no. I'm an Egyptian. Okay, I think, act, and live like an Egyptian. Why? It's a philosophy that I adopted that I can use, and I see how it works. Thousands of years later, like I said, the blood of Jesus, the blood of Christ, knowledge of self still work. Moving on. And I have ancient Egyptian knowledge that still is better than all your scholarly or biblical knowledge that I deal with on a regular basis. Respectfully, respect them. But they don't know half the stuff that I know. I'm not telling them how smart I am. Nope, nope. We engage, we talk, and I know what they know. Moving on. I ain't going there. Knowledge, aka information. We're in that age. Okay. This is what it's all about. If you're still ignorant of anything, that's a you problem. Again, I deal with self. So I'm not saying what to do, how to do it. But I can know if you don't do that, I know the results of that. Okay. Ignorance ain't gonna get you nowhere. And believing a lie gonna get you even further. Here we go. If you're ignorant, perfect segue. If you're ignorant of your higher self, you have no self knowledge. Oh, I believe in God. I go to church. None of that means nothing. Do you know you? Going to church ain't going to get you to know you. Believing in God ain't going to get you to know you. That's my job to help you do that. I'm here for that purpose. And I see what I call selective knowledge gatherers who learn about everything except themselves. I got a degree in this. I got a degree in that. I'm Dr. So-and-so. You're numbnuts when it comes to knowledge of self. How about that? What? No, no excuses. Again, all that excuse making, no, I ain't in for that. I'm just calling it the way it is. If that's what you are, that's what you are. I'm not casting aspersion about it. I'm just bringing it to your attention. I see a bunch of religious people with a bunch of biblical knowledge thinking they know something. Moving on. Knowledge is acquiring intellect, not a belief, not deism. Intellect into what? Know, aka gnosis. How? Through experience. If you tell me something and I practice and implement what you tell me and it don't pan out, moving on. So knowledge of self is the best knowledge you can obtain. Proving it out. Watch this. Now, knowledge is acquiring intellect and to know, aka gnosis, not to believe in a lie and make it real. The power of belief does that, not the lie that you believe. It's the fact that you believe it and you're going to manifest it. Imagine if you was given the truth, it wouldn't be that hard to manifest. There is bits, again, of truth in that Bible. And again, I'm going back to my street and drug argument. When we had cocaine, when I got it, it was pretty much pure as it be coming on the streets. But by the time it got to the streets, they called it commercial, meaning it done been cut up, chopped up, meaning anybody could do it. But at the highest level, don't everybody get that quality. So they control how it goes. Religion, they control how it goes. Get the concept? But, like I said, the code, it's some truth in there. And I like the way they use Egypt as their prop. If y'all was slaves in Egypt, how'd y'all get in Egypt and where'd you come from? I'm curious because if you ain't Egyptians, you Israelites or Hebrews, how'd you become slaves in Egypt? Just some tidbit for y'all to play that little biblical game. We come out of Egypt, we Exodus. Y'all did, but we know nothing about that. Moving on. If you can give me proof of that, I'm good. But you haven't and you can't because the truth, the fact of the matter is, you do know. Obviously, you don't, because you believe. So moving on. I ain't gonna play that game. I'll let you go. Get back to the lesson. Yeah, I gotta get it done. All right. Now, what's this? The tidbits or the bits and pieces of truth that's in there, like the cocaine, by the time it gets to you, it's done been cut up, misinterpreted, and corrupted. So now they give it to you. And y'all not knowing, oh, this is the good stuff. Yeah, this is good. I know better. I did that. So I'm doing this. And on both sides, I know better. True. I ain't down that far, excuse me, where I'm at. Okay. Everybody don't give good knowledge or information, but a lot of people are doing it. Why? Everybody can do it. Anybody can do it. Again, don't make it good. I see people giving wrong information, wrong knowledge about the stuff that I know about personally. So I'm not here to know just what I know about. When I hear people do that, it infuriates me. Why? They get away with it. It's wrong. That's not, you're giving them bad information. If your GPS every now and then did what they wanted to do by sending you wherever they want to do, that's not good. Moving on. But I see people giving wrong information and nothing is said. It's okay. So that guy, he just spat out the mouth whatever he wants, and nobody's holding him accountable. Nobody's calling him on it, but they do fact check him. Yeah, a couple of days later. But the people who hear it live, they might think it's true. They might think it's real. He claiming to be the best president in history. Facts, I told you, he's one of the worst. He claimed that Biden is the worst president in history. Biden's numbers is better than his. So stuff he say ain't right. Just an example. Just an example. I take personal pride and I take full responsibility what I do here in my lab on my channel for what I teach. You can call me a lot of things, laws, whatever, however, but you can't call me a liar just because you don't agree with my philosophy or my concept. Don't make me none other than somebody who you just have an opinion with that don't agree with. So you voice yours with vulgarity, like that clown in the White House. The color ignorant, don't pick and choose color. Moving on. We got a bunch of us that's still ignorant, just as bad as him. My rightism lessons, just that, my rightism lessons are only true events that I experienced through my life. I don't care what you think and feel about what it is. Why? That's just what it is. My experiences. Hence, rightisms. True information. I call it operative knowledge. That's what I call usable knowledge or information for people to practice and what? Improve and know thyself. I have proof that it worked outside of myself. So I'm comfortable. I could care less about what you think and feel about that. If you sit and watch me the whole lesson just to ridicule or be nasty, thanks for the view. Okay? I'm talking about you. So if that offends you, don't care. Moving on. I'm not here to appease you or to, nope, just here to teach, enlighten, educate, motivate. That's what I do. Even to you, if you tune in, that's my goal to do. So whatever you think I'm doing or not doing, moving on, I got to get past that self nonsense. Again, self-mastery, again, segue. Self-mastery, aka mastering right thinking philosophy. You have the knowledge, okay, of what? Thyself. Self-mastery is just knowing who you are. I just give you the means and the ways to make that happen by breaking all the God and goddess aspects down of your character. It's all about you. That's what I do. It's all for you. Let's go. Good knowledge is easy to spot. How? It's knowledge that of self, aka the best knowledge. Why? If you have, and I know a bunch of them, a doctor's degree, a master's degree, in anything other than self, to me, it means nothing. Like my man Umar, to me, when it comes to certain things, it ain't, this is to me. If you got all that and don't know thyself, to me, you got nothing. That's just my opinion. I'm entitled to that. So I'm Dr. So-and-so. I'm so, don't care. Moving on. I see masters in theology, don't know jack. Masters in psychiatry, don't know jack, etc. You see where I'm going with this? Lawyers, everybody these titles. But when it comes down to knowledge of self, they all fail the right thinking philosophy test. Right thinking philosophy is what gives you your master's degree in what? Like me, knowledge of self. With that, I'm good. Why? I've been dealing with all the rest of y'all guys. I'm laughing because, yeah, I respect that. But now let's get into my area. Self knowledge. How you know about that? Well, you know, thank you. Bye bye. Moving on. We ain't going to debate. Why? You ain't where I am at, so why do I have to debate with you about what you don't know, but you probably believe you do? I ain't going through that. Moving on. Wrapping it up. Thank you for tuning in. Appreciate you. Yes, information is at our fingertips. Bang. But just know what? Good knowledge from bad. Again, back to Anubis, discernment. When you are able to know truth from falsehood, that's discernment. And you would not be what? Played for a sucker or used and abused and led astray. That's why. Last one, wrapping it up. Right thinkers, you're good. The knowledge I give you is good for what? You. That's why I do what I do for you. I got you. Hope you enjoyed the lesson. I'll be back with more. You know how I do it. But in closing, may you all live to be 100 and me 100 minus a day. So I never know that right thinker like you had passed away. And remember, all knowledge ain't good knowledge.